everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you are all having a wonderful week. I know that this year has been pretty tough, but we're almost at the end, guys, and hopefully this new year will be much better. In today's video, we're going to be decorating for the holidays, but before we start that, we're going to do a little bit of cooking and cleaning. To start the day, we're going to be having breakfast, and for breakfast I decided to make some smashed potatoes, not mashed but smashed, with scrambled eggs and bacon. I find this recipe to be much easier and faster than making the traditional home fries, only because I don't have to peel potatoes here. I just cut them in half, boil them for a little bit, and then when I'm ready I put them in a pan and smash them down and throw the same ingredients in. So I just washed the potatoes, I halved them, and I'm letting my water come to a boil. So as my water comes to a boil, I am cooking my bacon because we're gonna want some of that bacon fat for these potatoes. As my bacon cooks and my water comes to a boil, I'm going to prepare all of the ingredients that I'm going to be using for the potatoes, and that's going to be finely chopped red onion, red bell pepper, and green bell pepper. There's no exact measurement to this dish. You kind of just chop up whatever you want and add it to your liking. So as I mentioned before, we're just going to be using onions and peppers in this one, because it is a breakfast dish. But if you wanted to, you could add cheese and you can crumble up the bacon and throw that on top. I mean, there's tons of options with making smashed potatoes. You can even make these for a dinner side dish using garlic butter, and it is amazing. Now that my bacon is done, I'm just going to remove the excess bacon grease, and I'm going to leave a little bit in the pan. Now I'm going to drain my potatoes. We want to make sure that they are dry before we add them to the pan. On top of the bacon grease, we're going to be adding about a tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to throw in a little bit of my onion and peppers just to kind of flavor the butter. Then from there, I'm going to be putting my potatoes face down in the pan. And as you can see here, I started putting them in one by hand. However, the potatoes were still really hot, so I decided to give up and just dump them in and flip them later. So here is my special tool, guys. This is what I use to smash my potatoes. Just a simple little cup. And I like to add adobo and sazon. It's a Puerto Rican thing. We put adobo and sazon in almost everything. On the top, I added more onions and peppers, and I still left a little bit for when I flip them. So now that they're nice and crisp on the bottom, I'm going to flip them, let them crisp on the tops, add a little more seasoning and the rest of my onions and peppers. And that is how easy it is to make smashed potatoes, guys. So try this out. After I finish that, I'm going to make our simple scrambled eggs with cheese. And there is our hearty breakfast. We got our potatoes, we got our eggs, and our bacon. Now that breakfast is done, it is time to clean. And change of season means change of scent, at least for me. So every season I like to change the scent of my cleaners. For the fall, I like to use apple cider. For the winter, peppermint or snowdrop. When spring comes around, I go into mint or peony. And for the summer, I like to use lemon verbena. I'm always changing every season the scents of the cleaners I use. And I just wanted to show you guys these little glass cleaners. Grove Collaborative has an option of buying these little refills. You can buy the glass bottle set with the concentrate and then continue to buy the refills after, or you can just reuse a bottle you already have at home. So what they've been doing is changing from plastic to glass, so that's why you see that two little containers that I have of concentrate are very different. What I like about this product is that it takes up less space and it smells so good. I always buy the orange and rosemary and it's such a fresh, clean scent. So I like to use that one, and I just store them in this little stackable drawer that I keep under my sink. As you see, it doesn't take up any space. So all you do is you pour the concentrate into a bottle and then you fill it with water. Mix it up, and that's it, you're done. And you don't have to buy all these other cleaners. They have glass cleaner, they have tile and bathroom cleaner, they have all-purpose cleaners as well. They even have a floor cleaner, which I have not tried. The reason I haven't tried it is because I have a pretty big home and I would probably have to use several of the concentrates to clean my house one time. That is the reason why I don't use the floor cleaner, but I do enjoy using the glass cleaner and the all-purpose cleaner. it is time to put away all the fall decor. So I'm just gonna get my bins and start putting everything away in the bins so that we can store them up in the attic again. And we will be bringing out all of the Christmas decor. This is how a glass table looks when you have kids in the house. Yes, it is never clean and there's always fingerprints on it, no matter how much you clean it. I'm just going to wipe down the table now and remove all of these cute little sticky fingerprints, and then from there I will be wiping down the chairs. Chairs, I'm just going to be using my Grove Collaborative glass cleaner, and this works really well with microfiber. You can use any glass cleaner as long as it doesn't contain ammonia, because if it does contain ammonia, when it breaks down it's going to leave a urine scent and we do not want that. You could always also make your own cleaner using a little bit of water, alcohol, and a tiny bit of dish soap. Decided to try to fit everything into this little bin, which didn't work. And of course, my beautiful Ryan, when he sees me putting things away, he thinks it means it's time to pull things out to play with. And sorry, Ryan, but no, not today. fireplace is cleared and it is now time to move the tree to its spot. I'm just going to be moving this plant into the dining room or the entryway for now. And guys, I cannot believe how big this plant has grown. It looks like somebody started decorating the tree without me. I just want to say thank you to my husband and my son Caleb for putting the tree together. I was trying to put Ryan to nap earlier today and I wound up falling asleep with him. I was so tired that right after I got him to sleep, I crashed with him. And my husband saw me sleeping there and decided to put the tree together with my son for me. So now I'm just pushing it into this corner and I'm gonna start to decorate. Table down from Ryan's bedroom. He had two up there, so I decided to bring one down and leave one upstairs because he doesn't really need two of these side tables in his bedroom. And I wasn't sure what to do here. I kind of had an idea, but if you notice, I'm putting some stuff there and the end result will be different because that is part of decorating. You start to put things in one place and then you pick it up and you move it somewhere else because you think it looks better, and then you put it back and you add something else, and you kind of go back and forth until you find what you like. For the fireplace, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm just going to use a 9-foot garland. As you can see, I folded it in half and it's still really long, and I don't like how flat it looks, so later on I'm going to be taking the ends and putting it on top of itself, if that makes any sense. I got these stocking holders in Target about 6 years ago, and till this day I love them. I will never get rid of these. I love how neutral they are, how it doesn't matter what theme you're doing that year, what colors, it always goes with the theme. And many times I leave them on the fireplace even after I take off all of the Christmas decor because they just look so elegant. I found these fairy lights in Walmart for about $8, and what I like is that they have 4 different settings. So I decided I was going to be using these for the fireplace. And they have a setting where if you're playing music, it'll pick up the beat and blink according to the music. And then you have your traditional steady, slow pulse, and blinking setting. Curious as to why Zurg from Toy Story is present in the decoration, it is because our theme this year is Toy Story. So my boys really love Toy Story, and I decided that I would decorate the tree with their Toy Story toys. This was a little rough because they decided that they wanted to play with the toys after I put them in the tree. So we were having some fun there, going back and forth with putting toys on and taking them off. But at the end, I had to put my foot down and say, okay guys, if you want the decorations to be Toy Story, you're gonna have to leave them until after Christmas. So far we have Zurg, our camouflage toy soldiers, hiding in the Christmas tree here on the side, and our chain of monkeys in a barrel. Putting the tree skirt, I saw that big gap there, and normally every year I just pull it as far back as I can so that you don't see the bottom of the tree. But I found a tree skirt that I bought a long time ago that was from the Dollar Tree, and I was gonna use it for a craft and I never did. So what I did was just wrap it around that big gap and it worked. Adding that layer added more texture to the tree skirt, and I was happy with the way it came out. So it is the next day, and now it is time to involve the boys. They are going to be hanging up the ornaments, and I'm going to be helping them out. Our basic ornaments are up, and it is now time to start adding our Toy Story toys. I'm spelling out Toy Story with wooden blocks that we have in the house. And you can see that we have Woody along the side of the tree climbing up to the top, Slinky who's trying to work his way out, Bullseye, Mr. Potato Head who was climbing the tree but his arm popped off and he is now trying to retrieve it, and we're gonna be putting Jessie all the way at the top of the tree by the star along with Buzz Lightyear. The last thing I decided to hang on the tree was Ham, and it's only because he was glass. So I really stuck him in there and put him low in the tree so that if he did fall out of the tree somehow, it wouldn't break. Here I'm just using a garland from the Dollar Tree and I'm wrapping it around in a zigzag motion to add more texture. Then we're gonna be hanging one of our other little buddies from Toy Story there. There's Lotso hanging from the chandelier, holding Woody's hat. So in this story, Lotso's actually a good guy and he's helping get Woody's hat down from up there. It was the end of the day and I could not find my ornament hangers, so I had to improvise and I decided to use pipe cleaners. All I did was thread it through, twist it, cut it, and hang it on the garland. thing that I didn't do before we started the decorations, and it was our Toy Story ball. How can we not have the iconic Toy Story ball? So I grabbed one of my large clear acrylic ornaments, filled it with yellow acrylic paint, and rolled that paint around until I got a nice coat of yellow paint inside. Let that drip dry, and then I painted the outside. So I did the blue stripe going around, and I did the star with red acrylic paint. We let that dry, and then we added it to the tree. I did the best I could with this star. Making a star is pretty hard. It's hard to keep all the sides even. But I did the best I could, and I like the way it turned out. Now that everything is dried, we're gonna let Caleb do the honors of hanging the iconic Toy Story ball. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and happy holidays.